Yeah, just according to It's just a game. It's just a game. I have to keep telling myself that it's just a game. So, I'm sure Team Fortress 2 doesn't need much of an introduction because a lot of the fans of this game, I'm assuming, will be watching this video. But for any newcomers, a basic summary is that it's a video game where the red people are fighting the blue people. Like any other shooter game, as they do, and they do like other game modes like capture the flag or defend the capture point or pushing a cart or whatever. I find it quite funny that I'm getting into this game that was made 13 years ago with an already established community, just now as I'm entering adulthood, so I'm a really late bloomer. People my age are raising children, while my dumbass is trying my best to shoot the silly little people that are running across the screen. I think especially since the fan-made film that is related to TF2, Eminous Blue, is that how you pronounce it? I don't really give a fuck. Dude, I watched that, so I'm kind of a bimbo, right? So I watched like half of it, and then I was like, I don't get it. And then I looked it up, and then the lore of the movie wasn't related to the game at all, so I was so confused. Anyways, I figured out that I'm just a dumbass, and that it was like a whole thing. And I suspect that the fandom, the game is also thriving because a newerish update came out. I talked to my friend Elijah about that, and he was like, the last major update was in 2017 when there was a jungle update, so I don't know. Don't quote my dumbass, because I don't really know what the hell I'm talking about. I only suspect that it's coming back to relevancy, because of what people are drawing, what I base my relevancy off of. Well, excuse me, this is literally my first shooter experience, so a lot of this is kind of common knowledge. I myself don't really play a lot of video games because I find that it gets in the way of my art profession, and I only want to play games that I actually enjoy, in which case I found to be the silly Team Fortress 2 game. Dude, I sound like such a dumbass, like, it gets in the way of my art profession, but I don't know, like, really, I just, all the weed that I smoke just made me stupid. I don't really get a lot of this shit. The only really good thing about getting into this game really late is that I have an endless amount of content to consume, and every day I'm like a greasy little iPad kid watching the Team Fortress 2 videos like fucking Cocomelon. Not to mention, bruh, the fanfics, the fan art, and the movies. I'm literally like a god when it comes to like getting all this fucking content. I have anything that I want. Though having an immense amount of content is the only good thing about going into the fandom really late. Other than that, I'm just like being constantly yelled at by other people because I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing and I suck ass at the game. Dude, in lobbies all the time, I'm like constantly getting in the middle of people arguing and not knowing what to do because I got into this game like a month ago and I don't know shit. Dude, the experiences that I have with casual matches, like every single time I go in there, it's a completely different experience, which is like really funny. The last casual match I was in, I was the first female that they have ever heard in a voice call lobby, like ever, which is really ironic considering that I am just a pre-transition trans male, but that's a video for another day. I thought that greasy gamer boys was like a myth or like a stereotype, that wasn't realistic, and after talking to one, I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. I myself, like other players, much prefer community lobbies where I can just go into a monitored lobby where bots are kicked, and in there are genuine players that are passionate about the game. The only obstacle I run into is that my dumbass keeps getting my ass kicked because people in community servers actually know what they're doing, and I'm just like a spy, like that's just getting killed by the littlest bit of flame. But actually, like, even though I complain, some of these community servers are actually like a lot of fun because it's possible that I could just do taunts the whole time and dance with like other people and not play the actual game. Dude, I love that so much. That's like my favorite thing in the world. It's not even real, but I love it so much. One thing I have to note that I noticed is that there's so many different types of Team Fortress 2 fans, in which I did not realize, but they kind of, for me, they kind of go into two different categories, like the ones that are like just like the media and the ones that play the actual game. The ones who like the media, like the characters, I talk with a lot of them because I'm in an art community. They're quite understanding and are actually my favorite because we just like talk and draw for hours. And then the ones that are competitive and play the actual game call me a slur for not healing them right away and beat my ass so bad at the game that I get war flashbacks of when my father beat me. What is especially funny in lobbies or Discord servers I join, and they start talking about the weapons or the strats, whatever, and my dumbass sits there in the middle of whatever the hell they're doing, not understand what the hell they're saying. I'm just like shooting frantically at the other color. But I'll learn all this shit eventually. Although this like game is fun, like of course like I have to talk about the never-ending bot problem that really scares newer players. It really scared me. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, there have been bots that have been a problem recently and just one-shot players after the Man vs. Machine update came out, which I'm assuming players just put in codes, to have like robots just like one-shot player in casual lobbies. I'm so sorry if you didn't know what the fuck I was just saying, but just bear with me here. And I'm like, what the hell, man? I'm just trying to have a fun time with my silly little shooter game. Like, why do I gotta do this? They just want the Steam achievements. Those bastards. I would have been scared off too if it wasn't for the attraction that I have for all of the men in this game. Oh my god, I am so freaky. I am such a freak. My attraction scale. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed talking about this. Okay. Even though it's my entire personality, my attraction scale on the top is sniper, and medic, and then the rest are like on the bottom. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie, probably the only reason I'm talking about this is because I didn't get enough attention from my father, but like, that's kind of the only reason why I got into this game in the first place, is because I find all of the men attractive. And I'm not sorry to admit that I've spent more time consuming media about these characters than playing the actual game, because they are my silly guys. People watching this video are probably like, this is why I hate women. Dude, I hope like watching this video is your 13th reason. That's just all of like the unique experiences that I notice. But I'm quite newer in the fandom and the game, so my experiences and what I've consumed in regards to this game are small and tiny compared to like people that have actually been playing the game for years. Dude, I got into Portal 2 when all this TF2 shit was going on, and I'm like, bro, because I had a PlayStation, and and like I don't know, it was TF2 on PlayStation. I don't really know. It probably was. It probably wasn't. I had a PS3 that my mom bought me for Christmas. So my dad actually bought me. My dad used to do this thing where he gave my mom Christmas money, and I thought my mom bought all the Christmas presents, and then my dad would get mad at me and my mom because it was actually his money. A little bit of a traumatic Watashi backstory. If you're wondering why I look this good, TMI, why I look this good, I'm hunched over and I'm wearing my McDonald's crew sweater that I turned into a tank top. No, I have a therapist meeting later after this. I know I have a lot of shit to do, and I have really bad depression, but I look good doing it. Jokes aside, I hope you enjoyed this video. I am trying my best to find my place on this platform, with experimenting with different types of videos. So if you did like it, or if there's anything that I can improve upon or anything, I would really appreciate if you interacted in some kind of way, like a like or a subscribe or a comment. Not gonna lie, like, commenting, it just takes too much time. Okay, and I have to go to the next video, and I have to go to the next thing, but girly, okay, listen, if you really love me, then you would do it, okay? Okay. Excuse me, I put on this big ego because, I'm really sad. I'm a really sad person, like, underneath, but, you know, that's a story for another day. But to end on a good note, I really appreciate you watching this, and thank you so much. You will see me in the future. Goodbye.